Good morning and welcome to the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. I'm Esther.
And I'm Melanie.
And today we're talking about doing work for free to get exposure.
You ruined it there for me.
I'm so sorry, Melanie. So sorry.
I wanted
you
to call
the
this.
Intro?
I wanted to call the podcast "Doing It for Free." Dang it. Anyway, yes. And we're going to take two sides throughout this today. We're going to be talking from the perspective of a complete startup, small sole trader, small SME. And Esther is going to be taking the role of the sort of already in business corporate side of things, because they do have different perspectives on of doing things for free.
Yeah, so in terms of larger businesses that have already maybe been trading for a little while, have a little bit of experience and stock under their belt, you could be tempted to do a competition. So you've bought the supplies, you've bought the everything that you need. You've used your time, your experience, your expertise to paint a picture. Okay, so you've got this painting that nobody has bought, nobody commissioned it from you, but you have it sitting there. So you think that it'd be a good idea to do a competition to get away, to give it away for free, and therefore have more exposure. So what you do, you set up a competition page on Facebook, or a competition inside your page, on Facebook, and you start promoting it. And lots of people like your publication, lots of people like your page. They do what that you ask them to like, share, tag. Not allowed under Facebook conditions, by the way, but they do it anyway because we've all been conditioned to do that. And so you get 3,000-4,000 extra followers. You get lots of likes and comments on this one image because they like to win stuff. Okay. But what happens after somebody wins it? Your organic reach goes way, way, way down because of those extra people who are now liking the page. They only did it for the competition. So they weren't genuine people coming in to like the page after all. Okay. Something else that keeps popping up when it comes to this day and age is influencers. Okay, we've all heard of them. We all see them on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter all the time. These people who are followed by hundreds and thousands of people, they come to corporations and businesses and groups, and they say, if you give me XYZ for free, then I'll mention you to my 30, 40, 50, 100,000 followers. And larger corporations could be able to absorb that cost into their budget, because let's face it, it's been happening for years with other people. You've got your famous sports people who have their sponsorship from the different sports mix. I'm not going to mention any because we're not affiliated to any. But they've been getting free stuff for years, and they have all the money in the world that they could buy all these trainers and shoes and tracksuit bottoms and everything, but they don't need to because large companies like to see their brands on the sports people. Does it work? Probably does, because then the kids and the young adults turn around and they want to buy those same brands because their idols are wearing them. So that's from a corporate perspective, it can work. What about from the small business guys, Melanie?
Well, I've got some great examples, actually, following on from the one you just mentioned just there about sports. One of the people I follow on Instagram is a young lady in her 20s. Again, I won't name her because it wouldn't be fair. But she's a very athletic, very strong, very fit. And she shows a lot of her training. And she's got a great physique. And over time, she has been given clothing, fitness wear. And now, without being, I don't know if she's getting paid for it. She could be. I have no idea. But now these brands are using her Instagram to demonstrate their fitness wear. And it makes sense because she's got a great audience of people watching her journey, developing her fitness and getting ready for competitions. And what a great way to go. And this is just one young lady, you know, in her early 20s. But, you know, it doesn't have to be exposure of that sort that you can get. For instance, you can get free images from certain websites that you don't have to mention, you don't have to credit. And one of my favorites would be pexels.com, pexels.com. You can also use Canva because you can have free images from them, or next to nothing, like €1, which is here, but it would be $1 if you're over there. And also doing lives. You can go live on virtually every platform these days, and they are completely free. And it's just, as long as you've got a good audience, doesn't have to be a large audience, as long as you've got a good engaged audience, you put up your information at the right time, you make something semi-controversial or, you know, good timing, good informative information, and then ask people to share, you'd be surprised how much of a reach you get organically without spending a cent. And when you first start, it's so difficult, it's so discouraging because you can't do all the same things you see your competitors doing. But like the corporates you've been describing, they've been doing it for a number of years. They've got sway, they've got influence, they've got knowledge, and they've got a better understanding of their audience. But to start from somewhere, then look at doing these small things for free. You can also set up a Hootsuite account with 3 accounts for free. So you can schedule your content to go out for free with Hootsuite. And if another platform is Facebook, you can schedule free through Facebook. So there you've got 4 channels that you can schedule for free, just using Facebook and Hootsuite. So don't dismay, you poor startups out there. Myself and everybody I know, frankly, have started there. And it does take time, but you do build up and reach a point where you've actually got a small budget.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, everybody has to start somewhere, and we all have to start from zero. Okay. Everybody started with 0 followers, 0 customers. Even the big guys now had to start at the bottom. But as you grow and as you get more followers and as you get more clients, start to spend the money. Okay. So yes, start with the free platforms. And if they still work for you in a few years' time after you started, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But remember, they're not going to give you the analytics that you are going to need. So go and look for some of the paid platforms. If someone has asked you to, as a favor, to set up, for example, their MailChimp or their HubSpot or their Hootsuite or any platform, at the start, you may be able to say, yeah, that's no problem. I'll do that. It'll take me 5 minutes. I'll do that for you. Yes, I'll give you an hour of training for free. No problem. But as you grow, don't rely on those freebies to then turn into paying customers. Set a limit. Set your limit whenever you say, yeah, I'll throw that in for free. Set the limit so that after XYZ amount of time, you then say, do you know something? Not anymore. Enough's enough. I will start charging.
I've got a very good example of that myself. When I first set up my business, I was on the east coast of Ireland. I've now moved to the middle. And when I first moved to the middle of Ireland, I went to 3 large businesses in my local area and offered my social media review for free. And I said, the reason why I'd like to do this is the hope is you're happy, and I'd be delighted if you could give me a testimonial at the very end of it. And that helped me set up with a new audience in a new location. I only did it 3 times, and it was they had to be completely honest about their testimonial. All 3 of them were. Thank God they're all good. And, you know, that's another great way to get something for free.
Yeah, but you set your limits and you said only 3 and only these 3 and that's it. Because otherwise you could end up completely inundated with people asking for things for free.
Yes. So I think very much we've covered a great deal today. We've gone from two different perspectives, from the sole trader, small SME, to the larger corporate business. I hope you found it informative, and we'll be back next week on the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. Bye.
Goodbye.